from the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Okay, today is July 14, 2022. It is 2:04 a.m. This is the first time I'm recording since I came back from vacation. It's been almost 4 days. Let me see, Sunday, what's today? I know it's 14, but what is the day? What is the day? It's today, Thursday. Today's Thursday, so we came back, let me see, Sunday. 4 days since we've been back. I haven't recorded because I was editing all the videos that I recorded prior going to vacation. I was editing them, get them out of the way so I could have a clean slate. Alright, so this is my back end. Before I get started, there was a YouTube video that I saw and I thought it was very interesting. This lady is Dr. Shannon Curry, who is a psychologist. She was one of the professionals who came to speak at Johnny Depp's trial regarding psychology and all of that. She was so great during her testimony and during her presentation, talk about her specialists, and I believe she also worked with vets who experience PTSD or just any sort of mental issues and things like that. She sort of explained her background during the Johnny Depp case. Alright, she did really well on the Johnny Depp thing. I thought her message during the 4th of July was very interesting and very informative. Some of the things she said I was not aware of, and I will hope one day Archwell and INVICTUS, especially INVICTUS, works with her because she has a lot of experience working with vet and her specialties and the mental aspect of that. And I think she would be a great person for INVICTUS to work with. But let's listen to her.
Hi guys, it's Shannon. Happy 4th of July. Today we are going to be hearing a lot of fireworks, and for vets, sometimes the relationship with fireworks and the 4th of July is a little bit complicated. Fireworks can sound, smell, and feel a lot like mortars going off. And for anybody who has served in Iraq, Afghanistan, or Vietnam, the 4th of July may not be the easiest holiday to get through, nor the days around it when fireworks are inadvertently going off, it seems like, at all hours. So if you are a vet, if you are somebody who has seen combat, and
I would not thought of that. This is why she's the professional. Yeah, when I heard that, and I was like, oh, I should share that with you guys. But when I came across it, and I felt like I should share it.
Hi guys, it's Shannon. Happy 4th of July. Today we are going to be hearing a lot of fireworks, and for vets, sometimes the relationship with fireworks and the 4th of July is a little bit complicated. Fireworks can sound, smell, and feel a lot like mortars going off. And for anybody who has served in Iraq, Afghanistan, or Vietnam, the 4th of July may not be the easiest holiday to get through, nor the days around it when fireworks are inadvertently going off, it seems like, at all hours. So if you are a vet, if you are somebody who has seen combat, and you find that you are dreading fireworks shows a little bit, or just these days and the loud booms that can seemingly come out of nowhere, I want you to know that there are a couple of things you can do to help yourself get through those triggering experiences. So these are grounding techniques mostly. What happens when you've experienced combat is that even if you don't have PTSD, there are memories that can be triggered by sensory experiences. So a lot of the memories from combat are very sensory. There are smells of burning, smells of rubber. They are sounds, loud booms, unexpected booms, and also the sensations of kind of a sonic blast, of the shaking of your eardrums getting blown out. And fireworks can sometimes elicit a lot of those memories. If you find that you are getting stressed, if you're getting extremely uncomfortable, I'd like you to do a couple of things. First of all, preparation. Reminding yourself throughout the day where you are, taking stock visually, feeling the ground beneath your feet, and even just sort of mentally telling yourself, I am here, I am in my home, I am with my dog, which, by the way, if you do have a pet, they are one of the greatest, most wonderful grounding gifts we have. Pet your dog, look them in the eye, get that boost of oxytocin. Be around people today. Avoidance is really the enemy when we're dealing with traumatic reminders. So if you have people who are supportive, I would really encourage you to try to work through that urge to avoid, to self-isolate when you're feeling these reminders and you're feeling the stress, and really force yourself to be around people and to expose yourself to people you love, the people who make you feel safe. Accept that support if it's available to you. Another trick that's actually highly effective is safely bringing down your body temperature. You can do this by taking a cold shower, grabbing a bag of ice or peas, frozen peas, put them on your neck right here to quickly cool your entire system. That's one of those things that can help take us out of sort of a dissociative memory of trauma.
She reminds me of Heather Locklear around the 80s. If you look at pictures back in the 80s, Heather Locklear, she reminds me of her. But let's listen. Let's continue.
Bring us right back to the present moment. If you're still feeling these heightened emotions and none of these grounding techniques are working, there are resources available. There are support groups. We've listed some crisis phone numbers in previous posts, but you can also find those from the National Center for PTSD. Give it a quick Google, National Center for PTSD, and also the Department of Veterans Affairs. They list a whole host of resources to vets and active duty service members who are struggling with PTSD today. And this also goes for anybody who's listening who has lived in a combat zone or experienced combat, maybe not a service member, but somebody who is equally sensitive to those triggers. And with that, I'd like to wish you all a safe and healthy holiday.
Yeah, so that's it with that. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go on Twitter to see what's going on and things that I saw that were very interesting. Okay, so first tweet. That I shared that tweet already. Oh my god, my speech is completely off. I'm probably gonna cut this stuff out, but I'm really messing up a lot. I shared that already in one of my short videos, which I already upload, edit, and share it already. But just to get you started, just to get the video rolling and what this video will be mostly about. Okay, Prince Harry will deliver the keynote address at the UN General Assembly's commemoration of Nelson Mandela International Day on July 18th in New York. Gonna be media frenzy here in United Nations headquarters, live coverage on ABC News channel. All right, so that's that. I literally, okay, now I see why I sort of did that. Yeah, no, I did record that. Yes, I shared that part already, and I think it's a thread. Did I show all of this? All right, but let me go to the next one because I think I shared some of these already. All right, let's go to the next one. Unless people add to it. Okay, this is the digital news portal of the South African Broadcasting Corporation. So that's what this stands for. Okay. The Nelson Mandela Foundation created a social media buzz this week when they confirmed Prince Harry as the keynote speaker for the annual United Nations General Assembly commemoration of International Nelson Mandela Day. Okay. So I think I wanted to go over the article. This article will be in the description. I may not read all of it. Okay. Okay. UNGA International Mandela Day celebration will include volunteers cleaning a park in Harlem, New York. Okay. The Nelson Mandela Foundation created a social media buzz this week when the CEO, Selo Hateng, confirmed exclusively on South African Broadcast News Full View program Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, as the keynote speaker for the annual United Nations General Assembly commemoration of Nelson Mandela International Day. Okay, so this is that I just share with you. Okay, the annual event follows a November 2009 resolution and the assembly that declare Madiba's 18th July's birthday on International Day in his name. A document has further recognizes the value of South Africa's first democratically elected president and his dedication to the service of humanity. This so-called informal meeting of the GA, which is informal only in name, is often viewed as a precursor, perhaps even an opening act to the annual Nelson Mandela lecture held in South Africa that this year will be delivered by Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley in November. Very interesting. While the Mottley announcement was made at a huge media event at the foundation headquarters to much fanfare, Prince Harry's confirmation set social media on fire, giving his and wife Meghan Markle's very public differences, particularly around race, with members of the British royal family. The couple and their two children, Archie and Lilibet, now live in California. As I was reading this, I'm thinking, what happened during the Commonwealth Service 2020, the way they treated her, the way they behave at the church. Little did they know, I don't know why they were not aware of that the world was watching. Okay, but let's continue. But whatever the controversy in some quarters around Prince Harry's inclusion in this UN event, there is less to question and relation to his bona fide with both the Nelson Mandela Foundation and the Mandela family. On their recent visit to South Africa in 2019, before their royal breakup, they met Madiba's widow, Graca McKell, whom Harry had visited with on a previous trip in 2015. Harry knows where he was heading. He knew. What I mean by where he was heading is that he wants to make things right. He understands his past, some of his mistakes, and he wants to make what's right. And when they sent him to do those events, to do things for the royal family, he understood all of the stuff that they were sending him to do, and he was learning on the job, and he respected the people that he was seeing and all of that. All right, so let's continue. So look at this. With that, as he moved on his own, he pretty much it's like another extension, of some of the things that he was doing, but he takes it to a different level. He takes it close to his heart. He wants to make things right. And I guess he thought the institution were doing things the right way, because he was not the head of the institution, but he was the extension of the institution. But he took it at heart. Unlike the institution, they just take it as a facade. There was no heart or feeling, just the facade of things to make people believe this is what they were doing, but there were no heart and soul behind it. I hope I make sense with that. Okay, the Duke and Duchess also visit a Nelson Mandela Centenary exhibition at Queen Elizabeth Hall in London in July 2018. And who can forget that meeting back in 1997 when Diana, the Princess of Wales, and Harry's mother paid a courtesy call on Madiba while visiting her brother Charles Spencer, who lived in the mother city at the time. Wow! I did not know that. I'll look it up after I do the this video. Courtesy call on Madiba while visiting her brother Charles Spencer, who lived in the mother city at the time. Okay, super. Says Diana visited that. Interesting. Okay, but the real focus of Monday's event will continue to be the example set by Madiba and what this day has come to mean since its inception over a decade ago, particularly as it relates to the development agenda that has faced headwind from the adoption and onset of the Sustainable Development Goal in 2015. Also, as I'm reading this, I'm thinking Oprah, who had a good relationship with Mandela. I think it was through a rare conversation, two people sitting, just chatting or whatever, and Oprah wanted to help, but she didn't know how. And I think it was Mandela who suggested that to create a school. And it is through that the South African all-girls school, I forgot how it names, that Oprah created in South Africa, is because of Nelson Mandela. That's my understanding of how it came about. The foundation said it will be highlighting food security and climate change during this year's commemorative event under the tagline, quote, "Do what you can with what you have." Where you are, issue Prince Harry will surely have to address in his remarks. He follows the likes of former U.S. President Bill Clinton, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Oh my God, I haven't heard of him in a while. I wonder how he's doing. And the late Rivonia defendant and struggle icon Andrew Langini, okay, I don't know who he is, who have all spoken at the General Assembly's annual gathering. Thinking of President Bill Clinton, so Harry is not the only white person who have done that. Okay, so there's a huge gap to fill here. Okay, other speakers this year will include the President of the General Assembly, Abdullah Shahid, and the Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, in addition to ambassadors speaking on behalf of regional grouping, UN volunteers, including diplomats, will also join members of the City of New York and others in a cleanup exercise at a public park in Harlem, north of Manhattan, while a pop-up feeding scheme is also expected to cater to the city's homeless. Okay, so there's more. All right, let me just finish it. Speaking at last year's event, UN Chief Guterres highlighted how societies were becoming more polarized, with hate speech on the rise and misinformation blurring the truth. Tell me about this. There's a lot of that's going on, but at the same time, I see some breakthrough. As much as we are seeing the hate that is going on, because the mainstream media is in bed with that, okay, and they have the space to help spread the hate messages that's going on. But if you look deeper individually, you will see there are people, not just black people or in general, but there are a lot of white people, different groups, who's trying to break through to that, to go the other direction. It's just that whoever who's trying to help spread the hate message see that the message is really not breaking through. They're pushing more. Okay, they're pushing more on all platforms. Recently, I'm seeing Yahoo is opening the comment section. Before, at one point, they used to let it be, and then for a while, maybe a year or so, they close it. It was just recently, and I'm seeing that Yahoo is allowing people to comment on their articles. So let me know if you see some of these things happening. All right, so this is where they're going to spread their hate, putting their comments as if it is the fact, and then people who come across it read it, and then by the time someone else come across it to debunk the thing, they already close the comment section. You cannot debunk it. All right. He warned, let me continue. He warned that the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic had made those ill more acute and roll back years of progress in the global fight against poverty. Okay, Prince Harry speaks a year later when all the indicators have worsened, with close to 100 million falling to poverty due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Food insecurity has worsened in part due to the conflict in Ukraine, while energy costs, rising inflation are distracting from a growing climate emergency. As I'm reading this about Ukraine emergency and all of that, I'm thinking of World Central Kitchen, which Harry Archwell, when I mean Harry, I mean Archwell in particular, Harry and Meghan Archwell support World Central Kitchen. That's the thing that came to mind. The global annual to decadal climate report point to a 93% likelihood of at least 1 year between 2022 and 2026 becoming the warmest on record. With the media attention alone sparked by the anticipation of Prince Harry's speech, the Nelson Mandela Foundation masterstroke and securing the 37-year-old should go a long way in attracting a fresh global audience to some of the pressing issues of the day. And if the United Nations loves anything, it's a re-energized focus on what really matters, and the blueprint for saving humanity, with the 17 SDGs at its core, is no exception. So because Harry's gonna be speaking, because he brings a lot of eyes, okay, spectators. This is the thing that they want, the spotlight. All right, the Nelson Mandela thing wants spotlight on many issues. So by having Harry speaking over there, it will bring new energy, new group to recognize the issue that's going on. And another thing that I didn't bookmark it, but there was a Twitter that a tweet that I came across where some young kids, teenagers, walking around, I don't know which country it was, doing those acrobatic moves where it was at night, all those huge businesses leaving their lights on, at night for security purposes, but those teenagers were going around shutting those lights off. I don't know, they were not going inside the building, but climbing certain things to shut the lights off. And then they were saying it's to save energy, knowing that we have energy crisis that's going on. Was it in the UK? I'm not sure which country it was, but that just popped up in my mind. All right, so I'm going back to Twitter. All right, so let's see here. It's a thread, so which means I'm probably gonna have a lot of videos. All right, looking forward to hear King Harry, Duke of Sussex, at the UN. And by the way, he was trending. As a matter of fact, he's trending now, King Harry. And this is the thing also that those haters are doing, putting misinformation. That just that part where he was in the uniform with the swastikas and all of that. Okay, the haters are making it seems like it's Harry is a racist person and stuff like that. There was one tweet that I came across and I thought that was very interesting, because one of the squad put a tweet. I don't know, it's somewhere. Oh my god, I have a lot of tweets to share with you, where they said there's a couple reasons why Harry is not racist. Annoying certain hashtag. There's the thing, turning the light off. Since I have it here, I just see it. I did bookmark it. I was looking for something else, but I saw it. All right, let me bring it. So I'm done with this. I'm gonna go to the next tweet that I was talking about, these young kids who's turning the light off. I think it was this. There it is. Bored youth summertime vandalism at its best, flicking the switch on businesses that keep their lights on all night in the midst of an energy crisis. So this is it. Looks like it's that's a French language here. So maybe it's in French. Okay, it's 1 minute and 5 seconds. Okay, there's a music in the background, so yeah, they're turning those lights off. So they're going around shutting them off. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. And they're filming it. Well, they're not breaking in, so well, I don't know about that. Inside the building for... Wow. I said wow because the way they climb up the thing. Alright, so that was that. I'm not gonna go in the comments, but that was just a side note for things since I brought it up. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I'm already 25 minutes. Okay, Harry is going to New York to deliver a speech for the UN. I return to Twitter to the best news of the day. Alright, when 18th this month. Okay, keynote, there's the squad, very happy, commemoration, an icon, Nelson Mandela. This is so nice. If I didn't read all that the article, I would not know that Princess Diana, while she was visiting her brother, she went and visited him. Wow, this is so genuine. Looked like they were really cracking up. They both are in heaven, probably looking down and said, good King Harry. No matter how they spend it, this is a big deal. These two on the global stage as a power couple, UK really was too tiny for them. Yep, and they thought that Harry and Meghan will need them. But yet, since Harry and Meghan left, all you're hearing is negativity. I mean, the negativity has always been there, but it's been a shield. Nobody can really see it. I mean, certain people probably did, because I remember Anonymous put a thread out of the nonsense that was going on in the UK. I recorded, I read everything, but I never put it out because it was just too much. I don't think YouTube will allow it. I never edited. I think I started and then I stopped. It was just too much, too gross. So Harry was their shield. People were not able to see what was going on behind the facade. So now that Harry and Meghan are gone, and everybody get to see what the royal family is all about. Well, I will not say everybody, a good chunk of people. Little at a time, more people are seeing it because they don't want to leave Harry and Meghan alone. They're still going after them, even though they claim that they were not gonna talk about them because they were irrelevant, but they're still talking about them. And the more they talk about them, the more people who were minding their own business, who didn't care too much about either of them, are seeing the royal family for who they are. Perfect photo. There's that. Congratulations, Prince Harry. Okay, we stand a supportive wife. There's that. Okay, trolls are gonna be full force about this. This is a big deal for our faves. It's amazing news. Yeah, it is. After reading that article, not only the UN, United Nations, a global stage where he's gonna speak, it's huge. It is huge. All right, so this is some of the comment. Okay, he's kind of fine. There's that. Yeah, the squad are very happy about that. All right, let's go to the next tweet. I don't know what is wrong with the haters. You know, there's that again. So Royal Sutter retweeted that, and that was the first one that I read. Okay, mark your calendars for July 18. Prince Harry is back in New York speaking at the UN General Assembly for Nelson Mandela Day. This promises to be some speech. Yep. All right. Prince Harry has met Nelson Mandela's widow, Graca Machel, on more than one occasion, most recently in 2019 with Meghan during a royal tour of South Africa. They met Mandela's granddaughter, Zamaswazi Dlamini Mandela in London in 2018 to open the Nelson Mandela Centenary exhibition. Oh, I didn't know that. I think there's a tweet that I came across where she praised him. Alright, so this is nice. For some reason, there was a video that I did. For some reason, I didn't remember her. It's one of the squad in the comment section say, "Oh, that's Nelson Mandela's widow." I have no idea why I forgot that. I don't know. Sometimes my brain works very weird. Sometimes I can believe things that I remember, but I forgot about her. Alright, so there they are. That probably was in the UK. That's nice. He wants to make the future better. He's not repeating the same mistakes.
Because my father used to say to me when I was younger, he used to say to both William and I, well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you. That doesn't make sense. Just because you suffered, that doesn't mean that your kids have to suffer.
Nelson Mandela International Day was established by the UN General Assembly in November 2009, quote, in recognition of the former South African president's contribution to the culture of peace and freedom. Okay, so that's through the article that I just read. Okay, July 18 is an opportunity to mark Nelson Mandela International Day by making a difference in your communities. Quote, everyone has the ability and the responsibility to change the world for the better. Mandela Day is an occasion for all to take action and inspire change. Okay, so that's that. Okay, live stream Prince Harry's speech on July 18 to mark Nelson Mandela International Day. All right, so that's that. This meeting of the Mutual Admiration Society was filled with love, respect, and succinction on both sides. Okay, so this one, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex met Graca Machel, October 2019. Look at Harry, he's like, I'm gonna hug you. Okay, 43 seconds, let's listen. Harry's like, what shake hand? Let's give the hug. Little did we know, as I'm watching this, little did we know the problem, the headache that she was going through. The problem that she was going through. May God protect them at all costs. Alright. And make them fine. I think they're there, but make them continue to strive and for the kind of world that they want for themselves. Okay, Mandela Day is a time to take action and inspire change. This year's theme is to limit global warming and take care of our planet via the Act Now Mandela Day Challenge. Act Now is the UN campaign for individual action on climate change and sustainability. That's pretty much aligned with Harry and Meghan. Harry been talking about that, listen, about the travelers, all of that. Some of the things that in align with Archwell. Okay, beyond Prince Harry's Mandela Day speech, I'm looking forward to seeing how he participate in the Day of Action. Good opportunity for Harry to communicate major news for travelers. Look at this, I just mentioned that African parks, Elephant Without Borders, that's one of the things he's part of. Okay, we will protect the wild that's left and restore the rest. There's something, occasionally I leave the link in the description. We have I have Archwell, and there's something, the second one, I think it has to do with where they were trying to something that he was talking about, where they were trying to destroy wildlife, you know, trying to some companies from when I look it up, I know I'm not explaining it right. The second link that I usually have, sometime I remove it, depend on what the video is about. If I have a lot of links to share, I'll remove some of these links. It's either the second or third link that I usually have on all of my video. It has to do with mining for profit or something like that. I forgot what I call it, but the link of that particular thing is I think is an article. It's in the description. It's regarding something with mining, and it was one of the things he advocated for. And when I look at it, I believe the company who was doing that somewhere in Africa is from Canada. But check the description. All right. And the other thing, as I'm saying this, where I've said not everybody will be able to be a spouse of Harry. Okay, not everybody will be able to be a spouse of Harry. Harry was looking for a specific person to be able to do some of these. And I've said it, many of you might get tired of me hearing, he probably said he didn't want my ass anyway. Not that I wanted him, but I don't see myself doing some of these things that Harry dedicate his life to do 24/7. I do not see myself doing all of that, but I could help him. Okay, this is why each one of us have a little puzzle to do, but to help spread his message, because it's good message. These are some things I will not be able to do, and you know, but he find a partner to help him spread that message. While I'm saying this, if I was not recording that while I was on vacation, even if I mention it, no one will ever believe me. There is a video I need to put out for you guys. While I was walking by myself, you know, we left the cabin as a group with my husband and my kids, and my oldest wanted to do something, play basketball. We dropped him off at the basketball. My youngest wanted to go fishing. My husband went fishing with him, and then I was like, you know what, it's a nice day, it's cool, let me just take a walk by myself, and then I'll come back and meet you guys, meaning my husband and my youngest, who were fishing. And as I was walking, I had a small camera with me. Sometimes I like to record my thought, whatever come up, to share with you. And as I was walking, and I saw a chipmunk, and then I started talking to the damn chipmunk, talking about how I will help spread the message of keeping his environment, you know, in a way where he could live freely. That chipmunk literally stopped, looked at me, and then he started making some noise. I don't know if he was calling his friends to come. Another chipmunk came, and I started talking to the chipmunk. I don't know, I have not downloaded those videos yet, but when I do download it and I'll share that with you. If I wasn't recording, nobody would believe me, and I don't even remember what I was saying in that video. Okay, so that came to mind as I'm saying, as I was reading this. But let's continue. Okay, beyond Prince Harry's Mandela Day speech, I'm looking forward to seeing how he participates in the Day of Action. Good opportunity for Harry to communicate major news for travelers, African parks, Elephant Without Borders, Rewild, and take on local community project in New York. Okay, so there's that. A UN spokesman has confirmed that both Harry and Meghan will be in New York for the UN General Assembly to celebrate Mandela July 18. The South African mission has confirmed the participation of the Duke and Duchess at Monday's commemoration. It's gonna be crazy down there. I hope they security. Okay. But whatever the controversy in some quarters around Prince Harry's inclusion in this UN event, there is less to question in relation to his bona fide with both the Nelson Mandela Foundation and the Mandela family Mandela Day. Okay, there's that. I think I read this, but let me bookmark it. Okay, UN volunteers include diplomats will also join members of the city of New York and others in a cleanup exercise at a park in Harlem, north of Manhattan, while a pop-up feeding scheme is also expected to cater to the city homeless. Okay, so this was taken from the article. All right, with the media attention alone sparked by the anticipation of Prince Harry's speech, the Nelson Mandela Foundation masterstroke in securing the 37-year-old should go a long way in attracting a fresh global audience to some of the pressing issue of the day, Mandela Day. So these are some of the things that I read from the article. Okay, yes, Harry is truly his mother's son. Our aunties and uncles from Africa love him unconditionally. Okay, awesome work, Prince Harry. I have shared, and it's unbelievable. As soon as that news came out, oh my God, the derangers went crazy to make him the thing that was one of the thing that was trending was Harry is racist. Okay, so they went at it. I'm telling you, the hate is unbelievable. All right, so there's more. Let's go to the next tweet. Oh, so that's the thing. It was right below it where Nelson Mandela granddaughter. So there it is here. Quote, the thing I admire most about them is that they are activists and they go out of their way to put their names behind causes that are important to them. Meghan and Harry praised by Nelson Mandela's granddaughter. Okay, pseudo children and grandkids of Mandela got nothing to say. What? Of course they have something to say. My God, pseudo. Why are they pseudo and have nothing to say? The praise Mandela's grandchild has for Harry and Meghan is not something which should be questioned. What are you trying to say? Exactly. There's that. That's it right there. Onward and upward, Prince Harry, onward and upward. Okay. I wonder if they talk about the guy who fought to get Nelson free. Okay. Heartfelt when you are endorsed by the family. Okay. That is true. When the family endorses you, it goes a long way. Okay, it's true. There's the thumbs up. He isn't looking at her. Okay, what? I mean, it's just that spot, just that click. But if you look at the, what do you call this? If it's a video, maybe there's someone who distract his attention. But whatever. Next tweet. Okay. The thing was all right there. I did put it. It was right there. This is one of the tweets that I was looking for. All right, there's this. Bringing up Prince Harry's past behavior does three things. This is where the racists were bringing, saying Harry is a racist. So when I saw this, and it was perfect, spot on. Okay, bringing up Prince Harry's past behavior does three things. One, remind us that he was brought up in a racist family. Two, he recognized the error of his ways, apologized and corrected course, apologized.
My wife said recently that our generation and the ones before us haven't done enough to right the wrongs of the past. I too am sorry. I too am sorry. Sorry that we haven't got the world to the place that you deserve it to be.
and corrected course.
Because my father used to say to me when I was younger, he used to say to both William and I, well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you. That doesn't make sense. Just because you suffered, that doesn't mean that your kids have to suffer. In fact, quite the opposite. If you suffered, do everything you can to make sure that whatever negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids.
To me, he broke away from his racist family because of their racist behavior toward his wife. Okay, so there's me responding. I was looking for it. I spent maybe a minute looking for it, and when I realized I'm wasting time, I said forget it, and it was right there. I did put them in the order that it should be. Okay, repeating the same error would be very troubling. Prince Harry recognized his mistake and wants to make sure to not repeat it again. This is the thing these haters are not processing. They are making the case for King Harry. Duke of Sussex is not the same man the racist institution raised. Okay, so I agree with her. She is spot on. Okay, 100, and that's why we embrace him, Prince Harry. There's all the hashtag. Okay, and he had very reason for breaking them chain and running because his life and the life of his whole family depended on it. Okay, more hashtag. Absolutely, Harry realized living in the backward leaning life of a royal cult was wrong. This is the thing, the squad understand. Okay, right? They are just showing us his growth. That's not a negative thing. You see, that's the thing. I've bring this up on some of my videos. People who've been watching my videos every day will know I've bring this topic up before. All right. Bringing up Harry's past lets everyone know that the British media can't move on and are useless. The same old royal rats who wrote that mess are still making the same mistakes. That's the thing, because nothing has changed except King Harry. Exactly. So this is why I was saying, if he was repeating the same mistakes over and over again, then there's a problem. We will have a problem with Harry.
Because my father used to say to me when I was younger, he used to say to both William and I, well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
But he makes sure to, he even said it on the Me You Can't See. His father saying, because he went through some headache, so therefore his kids must go through it as well. Harry was like, wait a second, that's not right. If you are in pain, why should I go in pain too? Okay, so this is why he's breaking away, making sure Archie and Lilibet don't have the same experience as him. And this is why he took so long to look for a wife that when it's time to move away from this institution, when he said let's go, it's let's go. There's no worrying about being a royal, be mesmerized by the institution, and instead of focusing on your mental health. When he says it's time to go, we pack up and go. And this is that. I mean, we know all the issues behind it, but I'm just saying, just one little sparkle of the problem that they were going through. Okay, in my opinion, it's because Prince Harry made mistakes in his youth, educated himself, and learned from his mistake that he has become a much better person than any other individual in that royal family. Exactly. Each to their own regard. To Harry and Meghan, they are not royalty anymore. It's working sense, but Harry has had some racist misjudge moment he is yet to acknowledge publicly, so I would like him to talk about. He already apologized, so he's moving on. I mean, when someone apologizes to you, okay, you either accept it, you could never forget. Look at this, we're still talking, we remember some of the things that he did, but he's not repeating it, and he apologized for it, and then he's moving on. So what do you want him to do? To go to every race and force feed his apology to those people? They either accept his apology or they don't. He needs to move on with his life. Okay, why didn't you demand his acknowledgement when he was working royal? Does it mean that non-working royal Harry carries more gravitas than the official royal working Harry? Okay, and everyone has a past. None of us got here unscathed. That's right. Okay, something we said and did, and the immaturity of youth and growing up, we now know better, and for the vast majority, we do better as a result of said experience. Only the said and unlearned hold people to their past. That's right. And this is the problem the institution have. They want people to see them as perfect. Okay, this is why they want positive coverage all the time. They want people to see them as a perfect human being. Always positive comment, positive coverage of them. Yes, I understand positive coverage is good, but don't force feed people things that's not true while you're doing shitty stuff in the background. We already know human beings are not perfect, but the fact that if you keep on repeating the same mistake again, look at, we know the institution, most of their men, have side chicks and all of that. Look at the Harry's father, okay, the nonsense that went on with Princess Diana, and looking at the brother, the next future, all right, repeating the same mistake. And this is why I'm really afraid for those kids. I don't see how they're gonna get out of this. It will take a miracle for them to see something completely different, to do something completely different from their grandparents and their parents. Because from the mother side, I don't know them personally, but the way the mother got to that position before she even married into the royal family, she was already broken. So I really don't see how those children are gonna learn something different, because the other side of the family want to be so accepted.
Who's got Prince William? Prince William's thing? Really? And that's yours? Yeah. Really? Right. Now we're connected. Gosh. When did it start? This is my niece's came in. Oh really? All right. That's great. So, hang on. Does this mean if your niece marries Prince William, that means you become uncle to the Queen? Well, yeah, after Charles. After Charles, you will be the uncle to the Queen of the United Kingdom. I'm going to be the Duke of Slough.
So hang on,
King of Ibiza.
Hang on, how are you related?
My sister's daughter.
Your sister's daughter?
Yeah, I'll be bloodline.
Hang on.
Kate Middleton.
Yeah.
Who's getting married to William.
Yeah.
So when Charles is king.
Oh dear.
And then William's king.
Yeah.
Kate will be queen.
Carol Goldsmith, married Knight Middleton.
Hang on, you'll be able to get it back in the palace.
I've got my own room. The Goldsmith wing.
I don't see how those children will see something different. All right, this is the last one. Okay, he did the best, putting their health and safety before being a royal, and got them out till a better life. All right, so I think I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna create another video. Let's do a prayer for what I'm thinking: brighter future, world peace. Let's put both of them. Okay, brighter future and world peace. I don't know, these are the two things that popped up, and let's see what comes up. Okay, side prayers, none. So let's do an image. Let's do this one right under my hand. Okay, the icon. A prayer for peace in the world. Lord, we pray for the power to be gentle, the strength to be forgiving, the patient to be understanding, and the endurance to accept the consequences of holding to what we believe to be right. Some of the things I was just saying. All right, we may put our trust in the power of good to overcome evil, and the power of love to overcome hatred. Yep, we pray for the vision to see and the faith to believe in a world emancipated from violence, a new world where fear shall no longer lead men to commit injustice, nor selfishness make them bring suffering to others. These are some of the things I've been saying, where people man-made suffering, man creating problem for other people, prevent us from focusing on what God wanted us to do. All right, help us to devote our whole life and thought and energy to the task of making peace, praying always for the inspiration and the power to fulfill the destiny for which we and all men were created. Wow, this is very good. I like that one. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate, and those who have donated, thank you. And that's it. Ukraine emergency and all of that. I'm thinking of World Central Kitchen, which Harry I'm telling you, I'm gonna cut a lot of things, but my speech is even worse this morning because I haven't been recording quite some time. Where Harry Archwell, when I mean Harry, I mean Archwell in particular, Harry and Meghan Archwell. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching, and now I'm gonna do video number 2.